Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic of HTML, that is HTML computer code elements. Okay, so in this session, we will talk what is HTML computer code elements, what are those scenarios where we are supposed to use it, and what are the benefits that we will get if we are utilizing the HTML computer code elements. Okay, and we will proceed in the same way. Like firstly, I'll explain you the things by taking some definitions, and then later on I will show you the example. We will verify the output and also discuss all possible scenarios and conditional situation where we can utilize this code. Okay, so basically we are going to talk about the code element. Okay, so before we start the session, I just would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be very easy for you to understand the ongoing topic. But for time being, we are just focusing on the HTML computer code elements. Okay, so here we can see we have HTML by section with one heading, and a basic code is written here, where in head section we have specified the text Sharmit, and in body like we have mentioned the HTML by text Sharmit. So let's save this thing and refresh your browser. So it is coming like this. Okay, fine. Now let's put the heading and then we will start with the definition. So I'll write here code element in HTML. Now HTML. Now we can save it, and this is the definition. This is the heading. Now what is code, or you can say what is code element? So the code element in HTML is mainly used to represent a fragment of computer code. It displays text in a monospace font. Okay, so why do we need it? Just to use to represent a fragment of computer code, and it is used to display the text in monospace font. This is very important line, that it is used to display the text in monospace font, which is mainly used to show the code examples or commands. And not only this, it makes it very clear that the text is that the text present in code element is completely different from the normal content. Okay, so you can say that this element is intended for displaying the code as text, but not actually running or executing it. This is very important line, that it is not actually running or executing it. It is just showing the code as a text. Sometime in interviews you might see these kind of questions, like what is the difference between normal text and text written in code. So you can say the text written in code is in monospace font. Okay, I'll show you the difference also by running the example. Okay, but overall I think definition wise we are good. And if I explain you this thing in a very layman term, then you can say that the code element is used to display text as if it's a computer code. Okay, and like you can think of it as a way to show something that looks like programming instruction on a web page. Okay, and it doesn't actually run the code, it just shows it to look like a code. Clear? Alright, so I think theoretical wise we are okay. Now it's time to do some practical and just to find out like how we are using the code element. So for that I will just simply write here another thing, which is code. Then you can write here any equation. So let's say I want to create a equal 10, then I will write b equal 20, then we will write c equal a plus b. Okay, so this is the normal case. Okay, now if I save this and refresh my browser, so it is coming like this: a equal 10, b equal 20, c equals to a plus b. And the good thing is that it is actually not running or executing this code. You can see here, right? It is not running it is not executing it. Instead of that, it is just showing this text bit different from the normal text. Yes, it is different from the normal text. So by looking at this text only, anyone can understand, okay, so this is a piece of code which is shown as a text. Okay, so this is the one thing. Now to make it very clear to you, let's add some normal text and add it in the same way. Okay, then we will see what is the difference. So if I write another heading which is for normal text, and then you can simply write the same thing here: a equals to 10, b equals to 20, c equals to a plus b. Okay, so this is the normal text. Okay, now you can save this and refresh your browser. So you can clearly see the difference, right? This is the normal text which is bit larger than the text written in the code element. Okay, so you can simply say that it is in the monospace font. So whenever you want to show something like a coding instruction, or if you want to show the code as a text, then in that case you will use the code element. Clear? Now I want to show you one more interesting thing here, which is the purpose. Like what kind of situation you can see that that might be like the situation where we are supposed to use this. So let's say if you want to show some query, okay, on a HTML web page. So how you can show that? Using code. Let me show you how. So for example, the text is written like this. We can add a paragraph here: query to fetch all data from students table. So let's say we have this thing. Okay, now what we will do, we will write here code. In code we will write select star from students. Okay, so this is just an example. So you save it and refresh it. So now you can see the query is written in bit different way, right? This is not a normal query. For more clarity, yeah, I think now it is good. And similarly, if I write the same query here outside this thing, then you will see the difference. This is normal and this is the monospace. Okay, so the situation where you want to show the queries or code instruction or anything which is not like the normal text, then in that case you will use what? You will use the code element. Okay, so I think now with this example it is clear to you like how we can use and what are those scenarios where we are supposed to use the code element. Clear? So now I can refresh this, and after a refresh we can see the difference here. Okay, all right. So overall, if someone asks you what exactly the code element is, so you can simply say that code element in HTML is basically used to represent a fragment of computer code. Okay, and it makes or it displays the text in a monospace font. That is important line, that it displays the text in monospace font, which is mainly used for showing the examples or commands, and it makes it very clear that this text, the one which is written in the code element, is different from normal content. Okay, and this element is mentioned for displaying code as text, but not for running or actually executing it. Sometime you might be given with a question like, can we use code element for running or executing the query? So the answer is no, we are not supposed to run. In fact, we can't run any code using code element. We are just using that element to show the things in a textual format. Okay, the code or the queries in a monospace font. Okay, so I think now it is clear that how we can utilize the code element in HTML. and in the upcoming session we will discuss more scenarios on topic like this. By that time you can share the answer of the question, which is what is iframe and why do we need it. Those who will provide the consistent answer will be spotlighted in the upcoming sessions. So yeah, that's all for today. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.